Hello and welcome to Access UTV. My name's Michelle Edhouse, and today I would like to ask you a really simple question which could have a really simple answer. And that question is, what have you decided is hard that actually isn't? Ooh, mine could go all sorts of places, but we're going to stay on the clean here. And now, what brought this question up into my head was, sorry about the wobble, I have just been relaxing in front of YouTube, and, you know, sometimes I love just to pull up weird and wacky things and see what is out there. And today's weird and wacky thing was cake decorating. Now, I've done a bit of cake decorating in my time, just really basic stuff for the kids' birthdays and things. But as an artist, it's one of those things that you kind of go, if I can paint a beautiful landscape, if I can paint a portrait, surely I can decorate a cake. And it's actually not as hard as you'd think. I was just watching this one, and literally all they'd done is they had covered the cake in purple icing, like really vibrant, just regal purple, and then they had got a cookie cutter stamp of a flower shape, and they just kind of marked the cake with this shape. Then they got white icing and drew around the shape, and then they got the paintbrush and just kind of smudged it in, and it just looked amazing. And if I think about it, I might even like video magic you in a picture of it so you can see. Just looked stunning. So simple, so clean. Just that contrast of purple and white, the beautiful shape of the flower that came from a cookie cutter. And it just was stunning. And it was so simple. Yet, how many people would look at the finished product and go, wow, I could never do something like that? What if you were actually capable of everything? What if you could invite into your awareness what was required to create whatever you desired? What questions do you need to ask to become aware of the information? Where do you need to look? Who do you need to talk to? What else is possible if you just have the right information? You know, our eldest is looking at ideas for his science fair project this year, and we're having all sorts of conversations. He's looking at doing it on going green and whether that actually has an effect. And so it's been really fun asking lots of questions around that. And we got onto solar panels and what was required there. When you actually start to research it, if you're willing to either learn a new skill or employ somebody that already has it, it's actually really simple to make a solar panel. And yet, how many of us have looked at the concept of solar panels and gone, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's just about as amazing as making a pillow or making a piece of jewelry or making a teddy bear. It's all just a learned skill that somebody's learned and put it together and created it. Even machines make them nowadays. So what have you decided is hard that actually isn't, if you had the knowledge? And the question then becomes, are you willing to do what it takes to create it, to have that skill, to be able to put it together? Some things you just like, wow, wouldn't it be nice? And other things you go, I'm learning that. No matter what it takes, I'm learning it. I was watching another video, and it was, some of you may remember, sort of 15 years ago, there was little Hercules, and his parent, he was 8 and had amazing abs and muscles of a grown man. And they were interviewing him now, and they said, "Oh, if you could have any job, dream job, what would it be?" And it was something to do with astrophysics or being an engineer for NASA. And I was like, wow. And the guy said to him, "So do you think that's going to happen?" He's like, "Well, if I choose it, yeah. Why wouldn't I?" Exactly, why wouldn't you? Are you willing to be aware of things that nobody else is aware of? So somebody somewhere came up with the idea of drawing lines with icing and then squishing them with a paintbrush to create this effect. Before they came up with it, nobody had ever done it before. What are you aware of? That if you were willing to be aware of it, you could create something nobody's ever done before. It doesn't have to be nuclear reactors creating energy, or it doesn't have to be inventing solar cells. What are you aware of? What have you already created that nobody else has ever created before? Are you willing to acknowledge yourself for that? Are you willing to start to show up as the phenomenons you truly be? So my question to you is, what if it's not hard? Are you willing to choose a life of ease, joy, and glory? Thanks for joining me here at Access UTV, and I'll see you soon on another episode. If you would like some private facilitation or to join one of my classes, check me out, accessu.nz. Or what else is possible if you were to ask you what you know? Cheers.